Hello everybody, this is TheGrimGary, and I'm back with another Epica Rex video to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at. Hopefully, game won't crash or anything like that. It's been a long couple weeks with this game. It's a lot of technical stuff that I'm working on. So just bear with it. What do we got here? I think I got something downloading in the background, so my network is going to be a little bit slow. In fact, I might want to correct that. So after this is done, I will correct that. Okay, I'm back, and I have corrected my issue, I hope. Okay, so yeah, I've been working on the game. First of all, the only thing I've added as far as world editing goes is the ability to kind of delete blocks. So, the next step, there's one next step that I'm going to do before... Hey, my phone went off. Is to make it so you can add blocks, which I have to add in a little side panel over here. And, yeah. And there's a few little things that I have to fix. And when I add in blocks, there's going to be like a line of sight calculation going on. So, like, if I put a wall here in front of me, I won't be able to see beyond that, but I can see above it a little bit and whatnot. So let's go off and find some things to do. And this guy is going to be changing soon too, right after this 1.1 version. Let's look for some mountains or something. I've got some line of sight culling in, and culling means to get rid of, don't process blocks that you shouldn't be processing, that the player either can't see or shouldn't see, like blocks that are in the middle of mountains. There's no way you can see that without removing the blocks from the mountains. So there's a few bugs still going on, but it's coming along. One of the things I've added, since it's an isometric view here, and you're going to get this until I fix that, it's kind of hard to see the player behind objects. See how he kind of disappears when he goes down these blocks, and you can't even really tell that there's steps over there. So I added in some rotation, so now you can kind of rotate around. And here's another bug, is for some reason it doesn't want to render above my target, which I know how to fix that, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So basically we have here is a little mountain. The height goes up to 16 so far. I may increase that at some point, but for now, for testing purposes, it goes to 16. So, and of course collision. I didn't have collision before, and you couldn't walk up this hill. You could walk right into it, but you couldn't walk up to it before. And I had collision on trees, but when you look at the forest, it gets quite confusing there, and I have to set the alpha down a little bit more correctly. When the tree collision was on it, it was impossible to get through these woods. It would take you so long just to walk through there. So I turned off walking collision, but projectiles, when they're in, are still blocked by the trees. So okay, we have this mountain here, and let's say you want to just make a secret little bat base, and of course that disappears. Okay, now I dug into the side of the mountain, and we're inside the mountain, and we can start digging. There are a few issues with this that I still have to fix. Like if there's a cave right above this level, like going across here or something, and I move up, and I move forward into this wall, I'll end up on that level. So I gotta make sure I can see it. And plus, you won't be able to do this in the game. This is all just for testing. But you can clear out a nice big room for yourself. And one of the things I'm going to be doing to improve this is, right now you can't see above here unless you do this. This is kind of cheaty. But you can't see, like, even if I remove these blocks, you can't see that wall above your head because there's a block above my head right now. So unless I start going upwards and carving upwards. But anyway, yeah. there's like some little bit of line of sight culling going on for blocks that you just cannot possibly see. This will prevent people from just going into a mountain and saying, hey, see, there's the issue right there. If I clear this though, I can hop back down into that level. And basically you can dig upwards like you could in Minecraft. Now, I'm going to hear a lot, well, this game's just a clone of Minecraft, and I kind of expect that. However, you got to understand the differences are, this is going to be a lot more role-playing oriented, a lot more society oriented. You know, you're going to be forming governments and alliances and stuff like that. So I've cut through the mountain. I'm on the other side here. Somewhere up here is the passage I started making. And of course you can't climb up things that are too high. There we go. There's my little passage. There we go. So yeah, and of course one of the things I'm going to be adding in, and the next update after this is lighting. So you're going to be able, this is going to be dark. It'll be no longer just lit up like a Christmas tree. You'll have to put down light sources such as torches and lanterns, and any other light source, or just dig up to the ceiling and get some light going on in there. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. This engine was going so slow earlier today, I couldn't even believe it. I had to figure out a way to improve it, because I was adding in so many things. It's rendering so much grass, it's rendering all these other blocks, and when I got to mountains, it was rendering all those blocks and had to process them. So I finally decided to improve the performance. Now here's the issue I'm mainly having, and this is with the server, is whenever you start going into areas which haven't been created yet, sometimes it just kind of chugs along and you kind of stutter along. So I'm figuring out that issue right now. That shouldn't take too long. I just haven't looked into it. I've been mainly working on the client. So yeah, and the world generation's still being worked on, so it's got to improve. You got einkorn grass, which is the uncultivated version of wheat. So if you collect einkorn grass, you can get the seeds and start cultivating it into your own wheat farm. And the teosinate, I think I'm saying that right. I've never even actually looked at the pronunciation. That's sad. Is the uncultivated version of corn. So basically you take these, get the seeds, turn it into corn. You can also do potatoes, strawberries, other types of berries. There'll be fruits from the tropical areas and the subtropics. Right now this is a temperate zone. So it's going to be all temperate things, woodlands, swamps, most of the stuff that you've seen before. Now on this particular map I haven't found a river yet, but there are rivers in. Rivers and mountains are the newest thing. It does generate tundras if you go further north or south, and it does generate Arctic plains and mountains. Also marshlands if you're in the subarctic areas, which are just waters and lots of these reeds. So there are different things, and there are deserts, I believe, but I haven't seen any of those yet, because I've mainly put the spawn point up to temperate zone, so it just spawns within that particular area. And you have to travel a long way to get to any other zone. It's 7,000 blocks north and south for each zone. And I tried to walk the other day, and 2,500 blocks, which was a river I found on another map, took me about 30 to 40 minutes. So you can imagine traversing some 14,000 to 20,000 blocks is going to take quite some time. And yeah, and mainly the issue here is I've made the client render so fast that it's faster than the server can generate new land. Another thing I'm going to be changing is swamp generation, because there are so many swamps, and they're so big. There shouldn't be as many. Is this a river? And I broke water too. The animation is kind of broken right now. The graphic is actually broken, but that's no problem. I will fix that. And here we have beach sand, which you can tell this is a body of water rather than a river, because rivers don't have beach sand around them. They have just dirt at their banks. So yeah, this is just beach sand, more beach sand. So we're in a shoreline area, and that kind of looks familiar to Minecraft, because you always have those beaches near the water. But I assure you, it's just the way the lands form. It's not because I'm copying the way Minecraft works. In fact, the world generation is completely different, since Minecraft doesn't really consider how far north and south you are, getting it colder or warmer. So it's a little bit of a change from the type of generation that Minecraft does. Plus, I don't have 256 levels to play with, nor with the scope of this kind of game, I really don't know if I would actually need to go that far. I mean, there's so much you're going to be able to do just with this, and those details about what you're going to be able to do and the types of skills you're going to get are going to be released soon. I've already released on the website the list of the first monsters I've been developing, and you're going to be seeing those very soon in the next couple of updates at least. So you're going to be seeing character stats, skills, objects. It's going to happen fairly quickly. But right now, it's mainly that I'm working on the most essential parts of the game engine, and the game stuff, all the fun stuff comes after. So it's coming along pretty good, better than I've been expecting. When I started developing this, I had never done this before. I'd never done anything on this scope before. I've created stupid little land generators and stupid little games, but nothing. I'd never added them together, so it's going to be quite exciting to see how this turns out. And I hope people are going to accept it, and kind of like it. And I know that I have to do something completely different than what's already out there, because you have games like Cube World, and you already have Minecraft, and there's a few other types of Minecraft clones that are coming out. And you could consider this a Minecraft clone. That's not a problem. But it is its own game, It focuses on building, and it focuses on survival. But it's going to have a little bit more to it. It's probably going to be a tiny bit more complex because of the skills and whatnot. But I'm hoping that adds to the game rather than takes away from it. Because one of the things that made Minecraft so popular is not only that you can be creative with it, but its simplicity in the way you create things. Even the complex systems are quite simple to just lay down. You just find these materials and boom. This might require a level of complexity over that, but not by much. I mean, really, when you go to dig this dirt, it's going to be right-click dig. It's just the way it's going to be. It's the way I have to do things. I'm not working in a third-person or first-person perspective or 3D environment. This is all 2D. It's all done within a Cartesian 3D grid, so it's all going to be figured out that way. So I hope you guys are gonna get behind the support of this game, and I hope you enjoy it when the features start kind of rolling into it. And right now the website's up. That will be changing. And right now the server's going slow because it's generating new land, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on my computer. But again, that'll be fixed. But yeah, the website is up for the game. Go to it. The link is in the description. And go there. You can download the very first alpha version, which is just the server and client at their most basic levels. There's no collision. There's no subtracting blocks like this. There's no culling of the blocks. So there's no mountains either, or rivers, or deserts, or swamps, or anything. So, but you could test it out. Maybe try it with your friends. Make a server. Just walk around, kind of report how things work. Because I still haven't gotten any. Oh, it's a river. I still haven't gotten any feedback about how it works with more than 3 players. I've had 3 players max, so I'm connected to Epica Rex so far, and it's supposed to support up to 64. And of course, right now with this issue, I don't think I'm going to get 64 people, especially if they're all generating new land. So, what's this? This is tundra. Wow, I'm that close to the... Wow, cool. This is tundra right here, people. And it kind of really... I'll be changing that too. There should be a buffer zone where it kind of mixes and matches with the previous. So I haven't seen this yet. This is the first time I'm seeing it, and this is the first time you're seeing it. I gotta really fix those squares. They're a little too gritty for me. I don't like things when the grid appears. I like the smooth kind of landscape. And right now the tundra is looking real ugly. I didn't even realize how ugly this looked. But if I go another 7,000 blocks north, I'll be in the Arctic lands. Unfortunately, with the way the server's working, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. Alright, so that's enough for me. Check out the website. If you haven't yet, sign up, and you can download the test. The website as it is now is temporary. I'm not going to stick with webs for very much longer. In fact, if I can get donations, I will get a better hosting service. And hopefully somebody, I'll find, yep, here's a marshland, which is more water. So hopefully I can get somebody to help me build the website, build the account-based system, and whatnot, so I can get this game rolling, get it out to you, and you guys can have lots of fun with it. So, marshland. Yeah, I haven't even finished the decoration, the nature decor on it. Alright, this is TheGrimGary, over and out.